Hello Snehal.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good.
So, how do you do and what you do? Can you tell me briefly about that?
I'm 12 and I go and
In which class you are so now?
at 7th.
Okay, that's great. So, where are you from?
I'm from Singapore.
Okay, that's great. So, you have been into coding before, or it's your first time that you have some?
First time.
That's great. So, we will just begin with the very basic things and we will look into the Python, and then first of all we will be taking out that what exactly a programming language is, okay? A brief intro about that. So let's start with that. Let me see, you are seeing my whiteboard.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is, I will just give you first of all before introing into what is Python. First of all, it's very necessary for you to know what a programming language is, okay? A brief thing. So what it is there is that, let's say this is me, okay? And this is my computer. Let's take this is Snehal, and this is the computer to whom you want to interact, okay? Now what happens is in programming languages, we write some set of instructions and some commands that we want our computer to understand and to perform accordingly. But you know what? Our computer understands this only. It understands all the combinations of zeros and ones. It doesn't understand A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3, 4. It understands something like this. This is 1. If 0, this is 0. This is 2. If I want to say add, something like this is there. So these are the binary codes that it understands only in the form of zeros and ones. But we humans, we do not understand this because we are not very good with numbers. We can remember the names or any other syntaxes, but we cannot remember such a huge combinations of numbers which contains only 0 and 1. So for our ease, we got something which is known as high-level programming languages. For the today, whatever we are going to learn is which is Python. What happens is in this it resembles us to the English and all the mathematics that we know already. Some of the things like we will be studying further is something like this: for, while, okay, and something like this: if, else. These are some of the keywords that we are going to learn. And you know what? They are resembled. We are very familiar with them. We can easily understand them. So that's why we use Python for writing our instructions while we are going to give it to the computer. Okay. Now, the question rises. Do you know some another language despite of English?
I know Hindi.
Okay, Hindi is very well known to me. Any other?
No.
Okay, for an example, let's say you know Chinese, okay, or French, but I don't know that language. So how we are going to communicate if you know some other language and I know some another language? You need a common translator who can just translate our conversation. In the similar manner, I know Python, my computer knows binary language, so how we are going to communicate? We need a translator in middle. Over here, there will be a translator. What this translator will do, it will convert all my high-level language codes into the zeros and ones so that my computer can understand very easily. Okay. In the similar manner, whatever my computer returns, it returns in the form of zeros and ones, and then it further translates them into this English language. Okay. Which translator Python uses there are two types of translators, but Python uses interpreter. Okay. what does interpreter do? It's a very brief intro, just to you should know that how the system works behind the scenes. We will be writing something like this, long codes, line by line. Okay. So my interpreter will do what? It will convert each code into this zeros and ones combination, which my computer understands, and then it further gives me its respective output. If say I said print hello, then it will print hello over there. Then it will do this for the next statement. So it goes line by line. Okay?
Yeah.
Any doubt till far?
No.
Okay. So this was a thing because it should be known that what we are learning and how we are learning. Just to interact with the computers, we are learning a programming language which is Python. Okay. So now I am going to share my PowerPoint with you. Let's say you are seeing it. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we will be just looking into, because we are learning the Python, so it's necessary to know what it is, why it is, and how we are going to do it. Okay. So what Python is? It is an interpreted language. I told you that interpreter is used, so it is an interpreted language. This thing also we have studied that it's in high level language, means all our things will be in the form of alphabets, letters, and some special characters. Then this is a thing of object oriented, which is a big elephant in the room. Python is very popular for its OOPS concept, means we classify everything as an object. Like you are an object, I am an object, our laptop, it is an object, computer, chair, all these are objects. So according to that, we will be working in the OOPS. And there is also one more paradigm that is called procedural, means we go step by step to execute something. Like, you want to make tea or coffee, there is some procedure to make that. In the similar manner, there is a procedure to follow while making any program. So like that we will be working. Okay?
Yeah.
Next is that why we know now what Python is. Now why we are using Python? You must be saying, okay, can use some another language also, but why you have chose Python? Because Python is very easy to write language. In comparison of any other languages, it has very less amount of code. If I have to do the same task in another some different language, it would take more lines of code for me to write. Okay. And it has many inbuilt functions which we will study later on, which will help us to make our task more easy to do. Okay. And it is cross-platform. What cross-platform means is, just can you tell me on which system are you now?
Apple.
Okay. See, Apple contains Mac OS. Okay, Mac operating system. I am on my Windows, or someone may be on another operating system. So it just fills that gap. Means whether I am working on any operating system, it will be same on all the systems. Okay, whether you are on Mac, Windows, Linux, on any system you are, it resembles same, and there will be no difference at all. Okay, and then open source. Open source means that Python is freely available to everyone. You do not need to purchase it, do not need to buy any license for it, or even you can look into the code. So it's on a platform that you can just look into, okay, how Python is done. Even if you want, you can contribute over there also. Okay. All good till now? Any doubts or something?
No.
This is a scope thing, what you can do with the Python. You can make websites, you can make desktop applications, this GUI. You can do machine learning, like artificial intelligence, something about that, to make predictions or to recommend something. Like on YouTube, there is no recommendations thing. They are all done with the machine learning stuff. So you can do that also. And you can automate, means sending emails automatically or doing some work automatically, that all you can do with the Python. Now, it should be well known that who built it. It's a Dutch developer, Guido van Rossum. In 1990s, he built the Python. And it's a very funny joke about the Python that it's all about the snake. Because their logo is also like a snaky thing. But no, the name was given after a comedy series that developer was watching while building this whole project about the Python. Okay. And these are all the tech giants like Google, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, this Pinterest, all these uses Python in their company. So it's very demanding language. Now, this is the way how we will be moving forward. We got to know about what is programming. Now we will further look into the installation things. Then we will go into all the basics step by step. And then we will be moving further first into intermediate level, then to the advanced level. Okay? Like we will be covering each and every concept that is required. Now comes the part of the installation. So now I will help you to install all the things on a system. Okay? This is the website that you have to visit. I just want to go along with me. It's python.org.
Okay. Okay.
And there's this download option.
Yes.
I guess it has recognized that your system is macOS.
Yeah.
Just click on the download.
Yeah.
And wherever it requires to checkbox the things like add to path or something, just make it sure you do that.
Yeah. It's downloading.
Okay. A .exe file is being loaded, I think so.
PKG.
Okay, just it has been downloaded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just click on it and make it to install.
Yeah. Oh, it came.
Just you can do one thing. On the go, you can just share your screen with me so that I can help you move better way. Let me allow you to share your screen so that while installing, I can see it.
Okay.
Just let me provide you if I can provide that. Now see if you can share your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's installed successfully. Now make it close. Okay, now go to the terminal.
Where? I don't know where it is.
In the search, just you can type on terminal.
Yeah.
Okay, now just type Python 3.
What?
3.
What?
The 3 digit, just press that also. Don't give the space in between. Enter. See, this is the way that Python is installed, and on the top you can see this Python 3.9.8.
Yeah.
This is the version that we have installed. Okay, and this three greater signs, it shows that this is the interactive mode where we can run our program on the go. Okay, we will look into it now. Congratulations, this is a very good step that you have done, that you have that Python very good. Now in your system there is a Python and it is working well. So just can you stop your screen sharing for a bit? Okay. Now this interactive mode is very good, but it doesn't allow us to write a long amount of code easily. Okay. Like I will share with you my terminal. What happens is, now on that interactive shell, what you have to do is just give print. Print is to print anything. Bracket with quotes and write hello world. See, this is how I am getting the output on the go. You can also try that on that terminal. You got this thing?
Not yet. Yeah, I got it.
So this is the first code that we have run on Python. Hello world. Okay. On this interactive mode, means on the go we get our output. Very easy. But we have to write more lines of codes, like to make some programs. So on this we cannot even save our programs, neither we can run very easily over there. So for that we need to install an IDE, Interactive Development Environment. Okay, so for this we are going to use PyCharm. So go on the site this jetbrains.com or just write out PyCharm download on the browser.
Okay.
Just go on this download page. Make sure you are over here.
It says download PyCharm Professional.
No, don't download the. Just share your screen with me so that I can help you out. Okay, on Mac you have clicked. Good. Now click on this community version. This is installed. Just make it to click over there.
Yeah, it's installing.
Professional version is paid. After 15 days we have to buy the license for that. But this community version is freely available and it's open source.
Okay. It's taking time to install.
It depends on internet speed. according to that it takes the time. No worries about that. So which subjects are you working on in the school? What do you learn?
Science, math, English.
Okay. Have you taken computers?
Yes.
Okay. So any language over there is being taught?
We just started with HTML. That just started.
Okay, that's great. Are you going to school or online classes?
We have both options actually.
Oh, so
We
which
can
you
choose
have?
any.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How you came to know about this programming language?
Because my sister, she's in college, so she learns it, so that's why.
Okay. She's doing engineering?
She's doing computer science.
A BTech?
I don't know.
Okay. She must be doing, just ask her.
Yeah.
Because it's very great you learn these things now. It really helps you in future.
Yeah.